Alright, what's up YouTube? Mind Games here. It's Jasper with another review for you guys. Today we're doing the RadTech Arc. Now this is pretty simple case. Just let me undo this for you guys real quick. Pretty simple case. It has a nice matte sort of feel back here. It's like a textured matte finish. Down here feels like the matte finish from the in-case slider, if you remember that. But up here it's a bit rougher. So that was kind of weird already off the bat, but it does feel pretty nice. But we'll go more into the review. Now in this you don't get anything. You don't get any screen protector or anything, but they do offer screen protectors on their website. Now inside this case you can see it's a nice felt material on the inside, so you know your phone's not going to get scratched by this or anything. It's really soft actually. Now there is no felt or anything on the sides. It does feel like how the rough matte type finish on the outside, on the inside as well. Over here you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a groove down here so that your buttons won't get damaged when sliding in. Down here there's no felt or anything, but it all feels like the same. It feels like the matte plastic finish from the in-case slider. So it's not going to damage your phone or anything on the inside over here. So anyway, let's get to wiping down this case and throwing it on. So wipe down the phone. And you just take it and you slide it in like so. And now the bottom part is the tricky part to get on. What I found is the tricky part to get on. It does take a bit of time to get it on perfectly. So all you do is take it here. You got to push in over here to make sure these two sides slide in. So make sure those are slid a bit in, and then keep it like that for a bit. And now if you just take it and slide it in like that, just push it in right away. Sometimes you'll see that it bubbles a bit right there on the corners. If you can see that, let me try zooming in. You can see the bubbling effect does happen on the corners, which kind of sucks. Sometimes it actually lifts up your whole screen protector. So you gotta be a bit careful when you're putting it on. Like when you put it on, you want to take your time. Take it. You might want to take the sides over here and push it and try to lift these two corners over, because you can see the corners over there are covered. They do cover the corners, so you kind of try to lift, like push down or lift this up a bit and slide it in. And you can see there still is the bubbling effect on the bottom, which I didn't like. But if you don't want any major bubbles, you want to push in those corners to get your case in. And there you have it. So you can see the side, very nicely cut out on the side. They give you a big wide gap open, so if you have those big fingers, you can still dig in and still you can still switch this on and off, and you can still access your volume rocker. On the top, very nice cutout. You still have access to your sleep awake button, your headphone jack, very nicely cut out. You can fit in probably any headphones you have, because it's a pretty big hole. The bottom, nicely cut out, nicely open, no flash or anything. You can still port with it. You can still use your speakers and stuff. The back, you can see again, it's a nice feel to the back. It's kind of like a grainy type matte finish. You can see the camera hole is a bit off. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try zooming in again. It is a bit off. It covers a little bit of the chrome over there, but you can still use your camera function with this. The front, you have sort of a layout the table is on. You can see the front of the chrome is still exposed around these areas on the edge. You can still see a bit of the chrome, but you do have a lay on the table design because there is a little bit of a lip there, so you can still lay your phone flat down like that. You can also lay it on its back like normal. Now this button kind of put me off because it does stick out a bit. Like, you don't really feel it in your hand, but you know, it's kind of just there. It's like an added, like, it adds a bit of thickness, I guess. Not so much, but I don't know. I was a bit bothered by that, but It also helps lock the bottom into place, so you know this bottom isn't going to slide off by itself or anything unless you exert enough pressure or enough force to actually yank it out. In your hand it feels pretty funky actually, because you do have that two-tone, so it's like two different feelings. You have I like the feeling of the bottom more than I like the top, because the top actually feels kind of rough, like I've said. It feels kind of rough, so it feels kind of weird and grainy in your hand, but it still fits in your hand very nicely. In your pocket, slides down in and out really easily. It doesn't catch any lint at all. Drop protection, you got a lot of drop protection. It's a hard plastic case, so if you're dropping your phone, you know, you're getting that protection from the drops. From scratches, you're totally protected. You know, it's covering your chrome, or it's covering the back of your phone, so you're not getting any major scratches. You may get scratches around here, which is kind of a design flaw. I think they should have covered it a bit more over here, so that, and then still had that big cutout here, so that you don't have that anything exposed over here, like a bunch of other cases do. They do have it covering up here, and then still have that cut out here, so that you can still easily get to your vibrate switch. Now with this case, you know, you do get a lot of protection with it. It's an alright case. You know, it's a case that you could use. The only other problem that I had, that I mentioned a bit earlier, was that it does down here lift your screen protector, which I didn't like. It was hard to get the case on without actually lifting much of your screen protector. As you can see, I did try to get it on nicely, but it's still bubbling in the corner, which really put me off, which I really didn't like. Also, it's kind of hard to take it off even if you push the button. Like, you kind of have to push it and then kind of wiggle it a bit out till it finally starts coming out. But you know the case isn't going to scratch your phone or anything, because it does have that felt on the inside. If I can get it off, there you go. It does have that felt on the inside, again, like I said earlier in the video. It won't scratch your phone at all. It's a very simple case. It's an okay case, I guess. It's just the bottom part with the issue of it lifting up my screen protector kind of put me off. And I also have my screen protector on very nicely. As you can see, it's very greasy, but you know, I have greasy fingers. But it's on pretty much perfectly on, which kind of sucks, because I know a lot of cases they will lift your screen protector if it's not on properly. I put this one on properly, and it was still lifting my screen protector, which I didn't like, guys. That's the only beef I had with the bottom, and then also the cutout here on the side. But it's an okay case, I guess. They have a bunch of different colors in this, not only blue, they have like orange, red. But it's only these bottom corners, which I just didn't understand why the design was like that. If they rounded it off a bit, it would have been a better design, but other than that, it wasn't the greatest design at the bottom. Like, I like the concept of the rest of the case. It's just the design of the bottom just put me off. But that's all I have for you guys today. I'm sorry I repeated myself so many times, but just wanted to get that out there. That's all I have for you guys today. So this is the RadTech Arc. If you want to check them out, link will be on the side, www.radtech.us. See, as you can see there, it lifted my screen protector a lot. It actually took it off, which was kind of anyway. If you guys want to check them out, RadTech, the link will be on the side, www.radtech.us. Check them out. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, so I'll talk to you guys in another review. Peace out, YouTube.